Wow, where my R&B heads at for this one? So, the late 90s smash hit, beautiful, one of the most beautiful songs ever in my opinion. Deborah Cox, Nobody's Supposed to Be Here, was written by Montell Jordan. Now, I didn't know Montell Jordan wrote this song. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't know that. But he wrote a classic, right? But here's the thing. He originally wrote the song for Patti LaBelle. You know? And Patti's already a legend. But Patti turned the song down. He also wrote the song for Whitney Houston. And I'm surprised Whitney didn't take the song, because you got to think about the music Whitney was dropping in the late 90s at that particular point in time, because the song was released in 98. So I'm just guessing that it was wrote in either 96 or 97. So I'm surprised Whitney didn't take it. But Whitney passed on it, and he blessed Deborah Cox and gave Deborah Cox the song. Now, the reason that this is an amazing story, in my opinion, is because Deborah Cox at this particular point was struggling in her career. She had dropped the album in 95, and it didn't do so well, right? Like, you know, at that point, the label was losing faith in her. They wasn't going to back her no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just, the first album didn't do what it was supposed to do. And back in those times, if that first album don't hit, you probably not going to get a second chance, just being real. But thank God Montell Jordan gave Deborah Cox that song, because it was meant for her. She sung it perfectly. And I think the more and more I think about that song, I think it was written for an artist that was in her position. Somebody that needed to sing for their dear life. You know what I'm saying? Of course, Whitney is an iconic singer. One of the greatest singers of all time. Of course, Patti would have brought some extreme energy to that song. But Deborah needed it, and Deborah sung it, in my opinion, the best. I think she was going to sing it better than anybody else, because what she was going through at the time, she was a struggling artist. Things wasn't going her way. She's from Canada. Things just wasn't looking bright for her. And she sung lights out this song. This is an amazing song. I gotta go listen to this song. Y'all better go listen to this song now.